Hypocrisy of Humanity by yours truly. Whatever happened to say what you mean and mean what you say in this insane liar reality? How many liars can any society support before it fully collapses? If you're to walk into a pie shop that states it has the best pies in town only to discover that they've never served a single pie ever, how long would that shop stay in business? This is the exact same thing as some agency like the SIU, Special Investigations Unit, claiming to police the cops while they've never actually ever done that, and where they really only hid behind their advertised lies of discipline. How many times does any individual who works for these cover-up agencies have to lie before they too are finally fed up with their own bought and paid for their salaries lies to uphold the illusion of the thin blue line? The only truth I've seen is that they're not interested in really cleaning up this perpetual nightmare, but rather do what appears to be enough cleanup to keep the masses thinking they're actually doing what they claim to do. Unfortunately, when you lie to one, you have lied to all. It's as simple as that. A liar is a liar until they're not a liar anymore, where that ultimate choice belongs to each and every one of us. What I have learned through my encounters and my experiences is that these people who supposedly claim to be serving truth and justice are merely lining up at the swill trough for money treats from their masters to do all the lying and dirty work for them. I can never fathom integrity as having a price tag, but with many of these supposed protectors, they are the worst kind of parasites. This is the standard operating procedure. How many of these police chiefs, mayors, special investigators, etc., does one have to prove the truth of the legal name fraud to before they can't swallow their own filthy lies any longer? Granted, there are many that will never stop lying because that is all they know, and that is all they are, liars of the vilest order. And don't tell me you're a special investigator, unbiased and neutral, when the real truth is you're one of the criminal cops as well, where your own soul apparently has a price tag, where you can be bought and paid for. Justice and truth be damned. Unfortunately, it's the liars who are the damned, and the clock is run out now where humanity in vast swaths has awoken to your lies, deception, and wanton lust to harm others by allowing harm for a paycheck. The challenge, if there is one, is to see if you are as gutless as your advertising claims of policing the police, where you can't even police your own greedy egos. The only thing I've seen policed is the status quo of the illusion of freedom in a slave state, where the funniest part is, you're the enabler of your own slavery as well. That is as suitable as a definition of what insanity truly is that I have come across. You say you're an investigator, yet when confronted with true crimes, you run away like scared little schoolgirls from the local pedo priest or rabbi. The irony is, you're the one allowing for the pedos and the parasites to exist, and are actually protecting and supporting them. Literally a fact easily proven. Insanity of the lowest order, don't you think? You work for and protect a system of slavery, both of you and of humanity. And I'd sure hate to be sitting on that side of the scales when the balance tips, so here's a hint for all of you. It's already tipped. And you have been found way down, so enjoy the fall as it picks up speed daily now. Yes, I know you're feeling the effects already, where the real joke is that people like myself are the ones trying to wake you up from your own slavery of and in a system entirely based on the lie of the legal name fictional reality you serve and worship as if it's real. There is really only one question you need to answer to see this truth fully, and here it is. What can you or any crown-owned slave officer do without getting someone to confess to be a fraudulent legal name? Yep, absolutely nothing. Nada, zero, zilch, etc., because your world is the illusion, and you are absolutely powerless to do anything without that lie and fraud in place first, and why you are trained deeply to lust after it. You and the other parasites like lawyers and police and judges and politicians, etc., are all the same to me, until you find truth and honor within yourself, as if many of your former colleagues have discovered and are working with us to further awaken you, if that is even possible. It all depends on how programmed or truly filthy you are. Cold hard truth, kids. Cold hard truth. How many murders a year done by the police every year literally get away with it? All of them, with most murderers in your ranks getting a slapped wrist and a desk job or simply fired. It's the only job in the world other than legal murder of militaries that this happens openly and often. Regardless of the uniform or clown suit one is wearing, the murder is always done by intent and shown in actions of the one committing the murders. In short, murder is murder any way you want to pretty it up. I have experienced your lies and harm up close and personal, so I don't speak lightly on this subject, and why I will be right in your faces until you wake up or simply destroy yourselves in your own filthy energy. It's a win-win for me and all of humanity in either case. When you lied to me, you were lying in and to the face of all creation now, and creation sees you fully. By your actions, you are known, and it's very easy to spot a liar. Just tell me you'll call me back in a couple of days to set up an interview and not do that. Well, that makes you a liar. Easy as pie, you claim to stock, while all your shelves are bare and always have been. I've lost count of the two-faced lying parasites both within and without your dead crown system of illusion and lies. But it matters not to me what you say and do, because the truth is, consciousness already knows you, where none can hide, and all are judged in the instant of every willful act of harm and crime by your omission to do anything or the commissions thereof. You are commissioned officers, right? At least now you know what commission really means, since it's the actual intent of your job. It is a difficult thing to know what I know, and ultimately share that with others that also need to know the truth as well. Every thought and agreement is a universal contract with creation itself. So I'd be a little more mindful of the contracts you keep creating for yourself, because each and every one of these will and must be accounted for. Ignorance can only allow you to lie for so long, but now that claim of ignorance is long gone, where the legal name fraud is common knowledge now in the consciousness of humanity. Tick, tock. The biggest problem with lying so deeply, so often, and for so long is that it breeds contemptuous cowardice, like the infectious disease it is, rendering the liar into the shapeless forms, robes, and uniforms you are, worship, and wear. It's no wonder you can't face people like me due to your own terror of your own inner and outer mirrors. While this may sound harsh, the simple truth is this harsh for those caught in the crossfire of their own delusions and lies, all the while feeling protected behind the illusion of a title or an outfit. Truth is, truth has sought you out, and if you're reading or hearing this, you know exactly who and what you are, and all that is left to do is to accept your full-on slave criminal status, or finally, once and for all, do the right thing, because that is the only right thing left for you to do at all. This applies to all facets of humanity, and what we claim ourselves to be, where one who claims to stand in truth can be easily spotted as a liar in the same way any uniformed murderer can be seen. In, of, and by your actions, you are known to all of consciousness. There are those that may claim to not have a legal name or spiritual contract with this whore of Babylon system through that mark of the beast, but the truth is, if you're clinging to it in some shape or form, consciousness knows you're a liar and you will be tested accordingly. And by the measure of your works, you are already judged in, of, and by self already via actions. That is, of course, considering your own ability to bullshit yourself into continuing in your delusions, where your reality is going to collapse shortly anyway. There are those that think this is a physical game, and if you can keep a secret from other points of you, only you will know. That's the biggest lie you will ever tell or convince yourself of, where consciousness sees all, and again, you will be measured of your mind, heart, and soul, far beyond your physical sense of reality you have limited yourself to. In the clear sense, you are committing spiritual suicide, where your illusion of money as being wealth owns your soul, until you decide otherwise. Every omission of truth and honor is a domino effect in the consciousness, and every single harm created from that fractal are yours, and yours alone to deal with at some point. Given that this is an eternal game, you'll have plenty of time to sort out your own evil, or consciousness will simply and eventually erase you as a bad idea anyway. Liars cannot be trusted, period. Trust begins and ends solely with self. And if you're still bullshitting yourself, then I'm going to be just another point of you that you will lie to, since you're lying to your own face anyway. No, this has not been an easy road, where the only thing you can expect from anyone stuck in the matrix are lies, insults, hate, and anger for bringing this into view at all. Family and friends will run and disown you. They'll cast lots for your belongings because that's all they've ever wanted from you in life anyway. Also, those that you once trusted, like the police, will hunt you down as the gophers of their dark, unseen masters the majority of them are completely unaware of. But then there's you, the one who does know what's going on, the active parasite and soulless feeder on others' life source, because yours is long ago spent, and the only thing left of you is your physical shell existence, sustained only on what you can steal from creation itself. Those of you that are still sentient and compassionate will be followed soon enough unless you put the brakes on your own suicide of soul. That's where people like me come in, to remind you. All I or anyone can do is show the truth to you, where you have a simple and singular choice to make, to accept it, or to deny it and continue on your path of self-destruction that so many of us are. Inasmuch as all I can expect from anyone worshiping the system are lies upon lies, I can accept the fact that the liars will always be liars, where their lies are no longer accepted and given back in full force and effect for you to claim. No, I'm done expecting any filthy liar who uses a job as an excuse to profit through harming others to ever tell the truth. All that is left for the liar, that is you, is to see the liar you are for yourself or not. The only one feeling now, as you have all along, is yourself. By your actions, you are known. And by your inactions and cowardice, you are equally known. So there really is no escape from your own prison anyway. Your hypocrisy is in full view, in the same way that you, the liar, are also in full view as well. All I want to do is that consciousness sees you, and the hourglass has but a few grains left. There are no resets anymore for liars. Do your false pie choices. Kate.